Welcome to another edition of the Mud Puppet Show. Today is a special edition because we are going to christen the new studio at City Hall. Some of you may have noticed we are short a Mud Puppet. Mud Puppet Ryan is not here yet. Hopefully he'll get here soon, but if not, hey, the show must go on, right? So I'll just fly this thing solo. Give me a second here. Oh, it's Ryan. Here, I'll put him on speaker for you. Ryan, where are you?
I am so scared right now.
Ryan, I told you, it's at City Hall now, corner of Biddle and Eureka.
I had your directions, but I stopped to get a cheeseburger, and when I rolled my window down, the directions flew out, and I couldn't find them, and nothing makes sense anymore.
Okay, you live in Wyandotte. Why are you crying?
Okay, I see water. I'm going to go toward the water. That makes sense to me.
No, Ryan, the studio is not near the water anymore. Turn around.
Okay, I just ran over someone's picnic basket, and a lot of people are yelling at me. I'm pretty sure I'm going the right way.
No, I'm telling you, you're going the wrong way. Corner of Biddle and Eureka, the big building.
Okay, I'm approaching the barrier at the water right now.
What the hell was that?
So I am in the water, and I am sinking quickly. I'm thinking I went the wrong way.
You did go the wrong way. You enormous jackass. I'm glad you finally got here, but what would possess you to drive into the Detroit River?
Got confused. I thought we had those underwater bubble cities I've heard so much about.
No, Ryan, those don't exist.
That's probably because you didn't win our election we had years ago. But
That is true. It was part of my platform.
it was.
Well, I guess I'm glad they got you here. So, we had a long layoff, though.
Oh, we did.
The studio move, and, the country went a little crazy while we were gone.
It was nuts.
We got
I think people missed us.
the crypt keeper out of Los Angeles.
Oh.
What's his name? Donald Sterling with his crazy remarks.
And houses. That's what he said he gave his players.
Oh, okay. And people still don't understand the First Amendment.
They never will.
And even locally, it really hit the fan. I don't know if you saw a couple weeks ago, poor city clerk Griggs was catching it from some angry senior citizens. There was a man who was upset that the Copeland Center was going to be closed on Election Day of all things. Why? Because he was part of the senior club, and they couldn't have their cake and ice cream. Can you believe that?
I kind of support that platform.
Unbelievable.
I could get on board with that.
Unbelievable. What do we have today for the people?
We get a lot of questions sent to us,
Sure.
and so I pulled out some questions, gave some to you for me, gave some from me to you, from our viewers.
Okay.
First one, Joel, Ken in Roseville, he sent, you like to go on long political rants, we've heard. Is there anything else that makes you rant?
Yeah, I think other than political rants, sports will make me rant.
Yes.
I will rail against athletes I hate, such as LeBron James, and I will rant often against Gary Bettman whenever there's incompetence in the NHL.
I've heard that before.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
This is from Danny, right here in Wyandotte.
Oh.
Danny asks, I'm 24 years old and losing my hair. How old were you when you began going bald, and how did you cope with it?
I actually started going bald when I was like 15, 16 years old. By the time I was 20, I pretty much had no hair left. How do you cope with it? Honestly, you just give up. I mean, look at me. I just stopped trying. I don't care anymore. I just let these little tufts of hair grow out. No woman will ever find you attractive, so just stop trying.
You were lucky enough to find one before
I found
you
one.
went bald.
Yeah, I found one before, and I latched in, and I'll never let go. All right, Joel.
Fair enough.
We've heard. Okay, Jeff in Bath sent this one.
Okay.
We've heard that family members haven't liked certain sketches. What sketches caused you the most trouble in your family?
Well, there was two in particular. Bad Job Interviews, Volume 1.
Yeah.
That one got us some heat. And I could understand. It was a little grotesque.
Risque.
And the other one, which this one I didn't really understand the backlash, was church sex rules.
I think anytime religion's brought into stuff, it's a little dicey. People get a little bit,
I guess.
it's sensitive.
All right. Last question for you. I see we're running a little short on time.
Okay.
Here's a good one. This is from Maria in Lincoln Park. Has Mud Puppet Joel ever presented you with a sketch or a bit that you thought was too stupid or offensive to produce?
Real short answer, since we're short on time here. Blackface Mupdate. That's all I'm going to say. Luckily, myself and Joel's wife were able to talk him out of that.
That sounds,
Blackface Mupdate.
when you put it that way, that makes it sound really bad.
It was really bad. It doesn't sound really bad. It was a really bad idea.
There was a premise. It wasn't all solely racially based.
There was a premise. It wasn't maybe as bad as it sounds, but it was a bad idea.
We could have pulled it off.
No,
all right,
we couldn't have.
Disco here's telling me we're down to our last minute. So, we went to Relay for Life last Saturday. What do we got for the folks?
It's fantastic. We sent our roving reporter Munch out there to talk to the people, to get some interviews.
Yep.
He talked to me. It's a little disrespectful. I'm hoping he was nicer to everyone else.
And before we go to that sketch, I just want to remind you, if you want to send us viewer questions, we will answer your questions. You can do so by sending them to themudpuppets@gmail.com. We look forward to that. Enjoy Munch interviewing people at Relay for Life. So really, in the water, huh?
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks!
Here I'm with 3 teenage males dressed up as superheroes. It's not Halloween, so fellas, I can only surmise that this is some sort of a fetish?
Yeah.
Oh, well tell me about it.
I don't know.
We like to dress up as superheroes and pretend we're super.
We fight for cancer. We're here at the Relay for Life, fighting for cancer.
Wait a second, you fight for cancer?
We fight against cancer.
Oh, I was gonna say, get these guys out of here.
Batman's the best.
Oh,
Batman! Batman!
the local youth are in revolt. They're in revolt. Run! Run! Donna, what's going on at your tent?
We are selling all kinds of things here today. We have some breast cancer cookies that my daughter Natalie made.
Very nice.
Do you eat cookies?
I'll eat anything someone shoves in my face.
Hey, I'm wearing that sock, but it's pink.
What are they feeding you kids these days?
Beans.
This is not a normal string of conversation.
Beans, beans. Wonderful fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Keep it rolling. She'll fill up an hour for us. What is that sweet, sweet aroma I'm picking up off of there?
We have strawberry banana, and we have wild berry,
Go on.
and also we have strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, okay. I'm catching a whiff of a little something else. Will you freshen that up with something, Mindy?
Oh, it's whipped cream.
Nay, whipped cream I'm smelling. That's one of Munch's favorites in there. A little bit of JD in there, huh?
A little bit.
That's what I thought. Carry on, Mindy, carry on.
We're selling some plants and some peach.
What kind of plants?
We're selling some plants out of
Oh, that's not the kind of plant I was looking for. Well, I see you've got some fancy mustaches here.
Yes, how do I look?
You look pretty good. I never could grow one myself. I don't have the proper glands, but maybe you could slap that above my upper
Oh,
lip.
let's see how it looks. What do you think?
What do you guys think, huh?
I think 2 thumbs up.
Now we're here with Angela inside of this. Whoa, get out of the shot, kid. Jeez, how rude. All right, what do we got here? What are the cups, huh?
This is a Despicable Me cup.
Oh yes, Despicable. I'm familiar with those guys, the Minions. Yeah, we're good pals. Yeah, we go out every Friday night. Drinking. You don't need to hear about that. You know, Angela, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but this is the first time in a long time I've been alone with a girl in a car.
Free ride.
Hey, that was my opening. Come on, that's a walk away. Ah, come on. Cold, brother, cold. I'm bound to score some primo tent tail around here. Girls, what are you up to?
Saying hi to random people.
Saying hi to random. What are you doing?
Digging to China.
Digging to China.
Yep. See my hole?
Girls, this information's leading me to ask, are you in the special classes at school?
She is.
Okay, we're here with Mary. Mary, what's going on over here at the Frozen Castle?
Not too much. We're hanging out, raising awareness. Kids are raising some money, taking some pictures. I traveled a long way to be here today.
So
It's so much warmer here than what I'm used to.
taking pictures with the children to raise the funds?
Absolutely.
Are these pictures free?
No, they're $1.
$1, huh? What does $5 get you?
5 photos of me.
What about 20 bucks?
20 photos.
You're not picking up what I'm laying down, are you?
Wanna get muddy? Visit mudpuppets.com today.
All right, welcome back to the studio. You know, if you liked Munch at Relay for Life, That's a very short clip, Ryan.
Right.
We've got an extended edition on our YouTube channel, so go there and check that out. Right now, we are joined by our guest, Matt Chambers from Underground Arcade. Matt, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, how did you get started in music?
I got started with music around my 10th grade year. A couple of my buddies, they were into music, and I tried to play drums when I was like 12, and it didn't work out too much for me. And they played guitar, so they worked with me, and we ended up playing Battle of the Bands for my high school year. So, I mean, it was a lot of fun when I first started, but it was mostly just friends, and I never really took lessons or anything. So.
Now, you just mentioned in high school, and we were talking off camera about you were in the talent show for 3 consecutive years. You won the talent show?
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Wow. I actually won the talent show with the same song all 3 years. And
they weren't a very perceptive crowd.
No, not at all. I'm guessing that it was all different people. It wasn't very popular in high school, so that definitely wasn't it.
This new kid is really good.
Right. But the winner over at high school when I was there, the winner got to play Relay for Life, so I was able to go on stage in front of everyone and play, which at the time when I was in 10th grade was the biggest crowd I'd ever played for at the time, which was absolutely terrifying.
Well, that's a nice tie-in, though. We were just at Relay, and we were talking about that too. Is the talent show? This is Lincoln Park High School. I know this is broadcast to Wyandotte, but if you could hold yourselves in check. The talent show at Lincoln Park we were just mentioning, because cameraman Tim, as we might feature in a future episode, was in the talent show. The boy can dance. Did himself a Michael Jackson routine, and didn't get to showcase it because everyone gets a trophy nowadays. But that's neat that you won the talent show and got to play it three years running. So tell me, early on you've been part of some other bands, and you've recorded a lot of music. Can you talk a little bit about that?
My first band that I didn't take as a complete joke was Coast is Clear, and we originally started that band to raise money for my uncle who had just gotten diagnosed with cancer. So we did a few shows to raise money for him, and then eventually he had passed. So when he had passed, we just quit as a band, and eventually we ended up getting back together and playing over. But it was hardcore music, and that's not really my thing. It's fun to play. It's just not my passion or anything. So. After that, I got into a band with a couple other of my buddies. It was named Everson, and we played about 10 shows. We didn't really take that band too seriously, but most of the shows that we played were out of state. We played in Cincinnati, and we played over in Florida. So that was cool. And then I had another buddy. He really wanted to get into music, and he only sang. So
what a loser.
Right, but he always wanted to get into music. He just didn't know how to write. He didn't know how to bring music to life with just his voice. He didn't.
But he could write in the sense he was literate.
Absolutely.
He just couldn't write.
Okay. He just couldn't write music.
Oh boy, Joel. I wanted to make sure people weren't confused about his friend here.
Absolutely, but I helped him out with that, and we ended up taking a pretty serious. It just didn't go too far. None of the bands I've really have been in really kicked off the ground. So when I started this project, I was actually worked with a couple people. I have an album for sale. It's going to be 12 tracks, and there's quite a few songs featured different people. We have on my album, I've got Jacob Matskos, who is in a band called Dismember the Fallen. And then I've got my cousin Chris Cargill, who was also part of Coast is Clear, and then Ryan Vetter, who was also part of Cinders in Silence with me. But this band now, it's more so just a...
this is a solo project, right?
Right.
Okay.
With this project, it's a way for me to express myself and entertain, and it's an outlet for both of those things. And that's all I really want. It's just... to have fun with it,
So, talk to us a little bit about that. So, solo project. What's the sort of? Is there a story to the album? Take us through the creative process. How this album became created and what it means to you.
It actually, most of the bands I've been a part of, the lyrics, it's a very big part of it, So, this band, it was just a step down to relax and just kind of write and it wasn't necessarily. It's more so music that everyone can relate to. There's really not a concept for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, so you write your own lyrics?
Right.
You also write your own music?
Yes.
How do you get yourself in the headspace? I guess what kind of music influences you, and then in turn, how do you sort of bring that through in your own music?
Right. My biggest inspiration as far as music goes would be Newfound Glory.
Okay.
I've been listening to them since I was in about 6th grade, and as far as getting mentally prepared to write, it comes and goes. I'm not somebody who can just sit down and just go at it. I have to be in the right frame of mind, which it comes at random times.
Sure.
So.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I mean, I think we do comedy, but I can definitely relate to that when we.
So we think.
Well, so yeah, so we'd like to think. I don't know. Our viewers may not agree, but you have to have the muse sort of speak to you and let it come to you. Let me say this, Matt. I got to listen to some of your music before today. Really enjoyed it. Liked it a lot.
Thank you.
We're not used to guests. I shouldn't say this. Our former guests. We're not used to people with talent coming on our show, and obviously there's not much on this side of the table. So what I'd like to do is right now on camera, I'd like you to say when you hit it big, because I think you will, that you will take the Mud Puppets on tour with you. We will be your opening act. Are you willing to say that on camera? Because that would be a legally binding contract and you'd have to stick to it.
I'm willing to say that. Absolutely.
Look into the camera and say it then.
Steve in the control room, keep this. Make a copy of it for us. I want it.
If for some crazy reason I make it big, I will take the Mud Puppets on tour with me as my opening act.
Fantastic.
Awesome. We're gold now. We're in.
I'm going to quit my job.
All right, so you might want to hold just for a little while.
No. I'm calling right after we're done here.
I'd hold it for a while.
I'm saying, see ya, boss man.
That's how you're going to do it?
That's how I'm going to do it.
See ya, boss man.
I'm a 1920s carnival barker, and that's how I'm going to tell my boss I quit.
All right, so the album is called Arcadia,
Right.
released about a month ago. And just let all the viewers know, if you'd like to listen to it, you can do so on SoundCloud and on YouTube. And you've actually got a couple of shows coming up. Now, this episode won't go to air before those shows take place, but you play places regularly?
Actually, this is going to be my first round of shows. I haven't
wow.
actually performed with this band, so it's going to be an acoustic set.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a full band. I'll be playing with quite a few acts on the 21st over at the Rockery in Wyandotte.
Right here in Wyandotte then. So
and that's going to be a benefit show for a friend of mine, Megan Johnson. She's trying to raise money so that she can bring her dad's ashes home from Maine. So that's definitely going to be a good time. And then tonight I'm actually playing as well over at City Coffee House in Allen Park.
Right.
And it'll be just me. That starts at 9.
Well, it's a good cause. You get to see a little show, and I hope that you can do regular shows in the area. So tell me, are you nervous? Are you more excited? What's the feeling?
As far as performing goes, even this, I'm not used to it. I always get really nervous and jittery. So
no reason to be nervous or jittery here.
But it's always I've always been nervous. I think that everyone should be nervous if you're doing something you really enjoy.
Sure.
I mean, I think it makes the end result a lot more satisfying.
Yeah, you just gotta find a way to take that nervous energy and hone it into the performance.
I vomit before each one of our shows.
I know it's
just to get it out of my system.
It's absolutely disgusting.
It works.
Used to be bulimic, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
Which none of you should.
I really, really beat it though.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
We are going to see a sketch. We're going to see, which one are we showing? Oh, Board Games for Dummies.
Oh.
So we're going to see. And when we come back, we're going to have our first musical act ever here on the Mud Puppets. Matt is actually going to perform a song from his debut EP, Underground
awesome.
Arcade, and that is going to be entitled Heart Deep. So stick around for that, and we will return after this wonderful sketch.
Please, no stouties.
play chess?
No. Do you?
Nope. Okay, so we don't know how to play poker either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great. Great.
Nope.
You know.
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 This game is so much fun.
And it's simple.
Did I win?
No, I have more you-knows left.
Oh. You then.
Aww.
Wanna get muddy? Visit MUNCH'S today!
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Chambers performing Heart Deep.
Can't say you deserve a song, 'cause you don't. You deserve an album, a story told from the end of spring to the start of a chilly autumn. Now please don't smile at the sound of your name. These words, they cut like knives and daggers. And now I grow colder with each passing day. How could you throw it all away? And now this is goodbye. You always wanted a song. Here you go, listen close. Tonight I'm letting you go. I'm heart deep in your seductive charm. Please save me, 'cause I'm sinking deeper quickly now. Just throw a rope my way and pull me out. Oh no. Time along with all that I had, it's pointless. Yeah, you just looked for better. Hey, what lies deep inside your mind? Please tell me, darling. Just tell me how you feel. And now this is wanted a song, well, here you go, listen close. Tonight I'm letting you go. I'm You always wanted a song, well, here you go. Listen close. Tonight I'm letting you go. I'm heart deep in your seductive charm. Please save me, 'cause I'm sinking deeper quickly now. Just throw a rope my way and pull me out. Oh no, but no one is there to hear me screaming. I'm heart deep in your seductive charm. Please save me, 'cause I'm sinking deeper quickly now. Just throw a rope my way and pull me out. Oh no, but no one is here to hear me screaming now.
Wow. Fantastic stuff. Matt Chambers, everybody. Underground Arcade is the band. Arcadia is the EP that is out there. You can find that SoundCloud, YouTube if you want to listen. You guys also have a Facebook. That was so good. Mud Puppet Joel actually swooned and passed out over there, my friend. You can find the Mud Puppets, everyone knows, themudpuppets.com. If you have a talent, like our friend Matt here, and you want to showcase in our show, themudpuppets@gmail.com. Send it to us. Let us know. We can have you here performing. Facebook.com/themudpuppets. Our YouTube, of course, you can see all our sketches, all our shows. And on WordPress, we put up a blog. Occasionally, we'll have one with some of Matt's info and all that on there. Of course, Twitter, Mud Puppet Joel, over there swooned out. Mud Puppet Ryan right here. Folks, great job again, Matt. We'll see you again next time, and we're going to go see if we can get Joel loaded into an ambulance.
The Mud Puppet Show. But now we gotta go. So come on back next time, and we'll have you feeling fine. You know it's not a guarantee, so don't you think